Good morning, students. In the last class, we have completed writing and study skills of the lesson C.V. Raman, the Pride of India. And today, we are going to continue with the same part of the lesson, that is listening and speaking. Listening and speaking. Your teacher will read the passage, The Inventor of Inventors. Listen carefully and answer the questions given below. So, here I'll be reading the passage. While I'm reading the passage, you listen carefully, and after that, we have to answer the questions which are given below. Okay. Thomas Alva Edison, the greatest inventor of all times, is the most suitable example of his own saying. This great outstanding US inventor had the credit of making 1001 inventions. Can you imagine a world without electric light, recorded music, cinema, etc., which are the contributions of this great genius? Edison was born on February 11, 1847, at Milan, Ohio. His father was in charge of a lighthouse at Lake Huron. Although he could not continue his studies in his school, he was very inquisitive from his boyhood to learn by understanding. When he was only 10 years old, he set up a laboratory in the basement of his father's own place. He loved to mix liquids and powders to observe the reactions. At the age of 12, he began selling newspapers and candy in trains. As a very keen observer, he learned some preliminary techniques of telegraphy from the station master, which led him later to work as a roving telegrapher. During his stint as a supervisor in a telegraph company, he created a stock printer with the money received from it. He set up a laboratory for carrying out his experiments and research work. In subsequent years, he invented phonography, the machine for recording and reproducing sound. Edison thus made man's voice immortal. In 1878, he demonstrated the light bulb, a carbon filament electric bulb. While experimenting on electric lamp, he discovered an important scientific principle known as Edison effect. His discovery led to the invention of electron values, and the modern electronics industry rests on this principle. In 1882, he set up a power generating station which supplied power to a few residents of New York City. Later, he developed the Netograph, which was the first step towards motion picture camera. Cinema houses are here today because of the inventive genius of Edison. His other inventions include the spears of X ray, telephone, and other electronic items. His inventions made him one of the richest men in America. This great genius passed away on 18th October 1931. So, this is the story which is related to Thomas Alva Edison. And here there are some true or false. I have done already for you. You have to write them in the space provided in your textbook. So, see Roman number 1. Say whether the following statements are true or false. First one. when Edison was 12, he established a school. Is it true or false? It is false because he established a laboratory, isn't it? So the first one is false. Second one, Edison discovered an important scientific principle known as the Edison effect. So it is true because he has discovered an important scientific principle known as Edison effect. That is true. Third one, Edison was a poor observer. Is it true or false? False, because he used to observe keen things also, isn't it? So third one is false. Fourth one, Edison's father was a school teacher. Is it true or false? It is false because he is an in charge of a lighthouse at Lake Huron, isn't it? So the fourth one is false. Fifth one, Edison loved to mix liquids and powders to observe the reaction. Is it true or false? It is true. So the fifth one is true. And if you see Roman number 2, here is a list of inventions. Put a star against them if it was invented by Edison. So below they have given us some name of the inventions in a table. If it is true, means if it is invented by Edison, we have to put a star mark, or else what you do is, if it is invented by Edison, put a right mark, and if it is not invented by Edison, you put a wrong. Okay, so see the first one, light bulb. Light bulb, it is invented by Edison, so you tick, means you put a right mark over there. Okay, aeroplane. Aeroplane, it is not invented by Edison, so you put wrong. And the third, electronic engine, it is also wrong, it is not invented by Edison. And the fourth, watermark pen, that is also not invented by Edison, so you put wrong. Phonograph, it is invented by Edison, so you put right. Okay. Pedestal fan, it is also wrong, it is not invented by Edison. Printing machine, is it uh, discovered by Edison? No, so you put wrong. Radio, radio is also wrong. Kinetograph, it is invented by Edison, so you put right. Computer, it is not invented by Edison, so you put wrong. And power generator, it is also not invented by Edison, so you put wrong. So only 3 are right, means only 3 are invented by Edison from the given table. So what are those 3? Light bulb, phonograph and kinetograph. These 3 are invented by Edison, so you put right in front of light bulb, phonograph and kinetograph. Okay. Another Roman number 3, oral activity. Thomas Alva Edison invented electric bulb. If there were no electric bulbs, how would be our life? Can we imagine our life without a light? Even nowadays, if any power cut for at least a 15 minutes also, we can't handle the situation, isn't it? If it is dark, we can't sit for a while. But if you imagine, if that light was not invented, how would be our life? So that credit goes to Thomas Alva Edison, as he invented light bulb. Okay. The second is, debate the following proposition. Science has proved to be more a curse than a blessing. Divide the groups into 2 sets. One set of students speak in favor of the motion and the other against it. They may use the words expressions listed in the box. So what they are saying is science has proved to be more a curse than a blessing. So what they are saying is science has proved that it is how much useful is means normally science helped us to improve. At the same time, it uh, benefit is means loss is more than benefit. So they are saying it as a curse. So why science has proved to be more a curse than a blessing. So they are asking us to divide into groups and discuss in favor of the motion and other against it. Means you have to write the advantages and disadvantages of motion. Okay. So they are asking you to use the words or expressions listed in the box. What are the words at the outset, first of all, secondly, thirdly, lastly, to conclude? May I begin by saying that I look at it this way. I'd like to explain the subject before us today. I must add that I must take strong exception today. In his speech, Mr. X said that I now draw your attention to, on the one hand or the other hand. Now, because of this, we have to support, and for all these reasons, I propose, and there are similar cases such as. So, they are telling you to use these words from the table, and they are asking you to prepare a conversation between A and B groups. Means a group supporting motion. Means a group supporting to the motion and one is against to it. So you have to write that conversation. And Roman number 4. Listen to the conversation between Sindhu and Mary. Sindhu, Mary, where have you been all the week? Mary, I have been to Hyderabad. Sindhu, Hyderabad? Why? Why did you go there? Mary, you know, my uncle lives there. I went there to visit him. Sindhu, that's nice, but did you visit any place? Mary, oh yes, I visited a museum. It's wonderful. Sindhu, really? What kind of museum it is? Mary, it's a science museum. Sindhu, science museum? But it should be boring. Mary, not a bit. I learnt a lot about many interesting things. You must see it. Sindhu, is it that much interesting? Could you tell me something more about it? Mary, oh, it takes a long time. Now I am in a hurry. I will talk about it later. So this is the conversation between Sindhu and Mary. And see here. Now work with your partner and ask and answer questions about the science fair that might have been organized in your school or district. Use the following questions. 2. When did you go to the science fair? What things did you see there? Which was the most interesting thing you noticed there? So they are, what you have to do is they are asking you to write a conversation between you and your friend who has visited a science fair in your school or district. So what you will be writing, you have to include these three questions also in the conversation. One is, when did you go to the science fair? And the second is what things did you see there, and the third is which was the most interesting thing you noticed there. So what is your homework today? You have to divide, means you have to write a conversation between two persons. One is supporting to the science, means one set of students speak in favor of the motion and the other against it. So as they are saying that science has proved to be a curse than a blessing. So now what you have to do is you have to create, means you have to write a conversation between two persons or two groups, saying that one has to suppose, means one has to support the motion, and the second has to means talk against that. Like that you have to write a conversation using the words or phrase, means expressions which are given in this table. That is the first homework. And the second homework is you have to write a conversation between you and your friend about the science fair. It may be organized in our school or in our district. And what should be your conversation, means the questions like when did you go to the science fair, what things did you see there, which was the most interesting thing you noticed there. So while you are discussing, means you have to write a conversation between you and your friend who visited science fair. So what you have to do is while writing the conversation you have to use these three questions also in the conversation. Okay, this is the homework, students. Remaining part of the lesson we will be completing in the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.